What would you like Claire to know about Eric?
I think he was a very good person. He could walk into a room with his laughter. It was very contagious. She has a lot to be proud of by being the daughter of Eric Miller.
And I want her to know that her daddy loved her and wanted her. And from day one, he couldn't have been more excited. My husband Scott and I received a note in the mail from baby Miller that contained about 3 ultrasound shots. And it was a note written from baby Miller saying that this baby couldn't wait to meet aunt and uncle. So excited to be in this world. And there was one time when I was visiting, Eric came home from work. He said, hello. She turned around and she just lit up. This child had, giggled and smiled and just that moment of connection between the two of them, because Eric was laughing and smiling and, hi Claire, this is Daddy, it's so good to see you. And that was from across the room. And their connection was real, and I know she can't remember it, but he loved her and wanted her more than anything in this world. And I just want her to know that her daddy loved her and she was his world.
All he could do was talk about Claire. He told me how much time he was spending with her and just how great it was to be a father and how he was enjoying it. And I remember because at one point I said, well, are you going to ask me about me? He was really excited about Claire, and I'm glad we had that conversation.
He definitely wanted to get the most out of himself. He pushed himself to do well in grades, do well in sports. I don't think he was driven by the dollar. No. In terms of ambition that way. He was driven by, what he felt was right, and he felt like that type of thing would come along.
He knew that good things will happen. He did not go into school to make money. He went into school for the right reasons.
What were your impressions of Eric as a young boy?
Oh, he's a good boy, good kid. Always had a big smile, friendly, kind, polite. Wasn't evil at all, not a mean bone in his body.
His folks and his sisters are all good people, and to them it was probably family first, church second, and then work would be third. They just did the right things in the right way.
I started dating Pam when she was a sophomore in high school. And so yeah, Eric used to hide behind the couch and try to catch us kissing or something like that, but I was part of the family as far as I knew. He never treated me any different.
He always cared, more for other people really than he did for himself.
When she smiles a certain way, when she's truly, really excited, and when she's truly, really happy, you can see a sparkle that he would get when he was really excited, or when he was really happy.
He was just very excited about the field he was in, AIDS research, trying to find out how to combat the virus, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa. So he was going to the area of the world that is decimated by the disease, working with children, cell lines that were infected with the disease, and really trying to understand how the virus works so he could develop ways to combat it and really make an impact. He just really seemed to enjoy every moment of every day. I don't think you could fake that big broad smile and grin every time you saw him, and I do think he was a very happy person. I am very religious, and it may sound corny to some folks, but I talk to Eric and I look to Eric to give me strength and guidance. As a soul that's out there, he's really does provide inspiration and comfort to me in that sense.
I'm sitting at what used to be Eric's bench. This is where Eric used to work, and I used to work right across from him. He had a lot of promise. Eric, because of his enthusiasm and his ability to organize, he could have had his own lab in an academic setting. Yeah. Not everyone can. Not everyone's capable. But he was special. Eric was special. These are Eric's notebooks. And Eric's notebooks are still the example in the lab for the best notebook award. because he was so detailed and so careful. I haven't given them to his parents because we use them as a resource. They're still a valid resource in my lab.
Happy Thanksgiving.